Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I appreciate you watching another one of my videos. Today I'm just going to do a short video. Everybody's been talking about the hair jig, bucktail jig, being so good this time of year, and which it is. And anyway, I'm not going to go over the bucktail jig because it's been covered pretty good from several different YouTubers has covered the bucktail jig. True Faith Custom Baits makes a great bucktail jig. Arkansas Custom Tackle makes a good one. Bass Booger makes a good one. They all three still make really good hair jigs, but I want to go over the trailer. And most of the time when the water's cold like this, you're going to be using a chunk style trailer, whether it be plastic or if it's a one of the pork chunks. There's a couple different companies. Uncle Josh started making them again. I can't remember what that one of the other companies is called, but I got a power bait chunk today to show you what I do to my chunks to help catch more fish. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it flat. Hard to get a good angle at it. I'm gonna lay it like flat on a tackle box. Say my hand's top of a tackle box or your rod locker or wherever you're gonna cut it, and you're gonna put your blade at about a 45-degree angle, and you're just gonna slice. I better do that on something. I'll slice my finger open. You're just gonna slice a little bit of that, the front of that off. You're gonna slice a little bit of that off where it's at an angle like that. It's kind of a 45-degree angle. And what that does, it allows the bait to glide a little bit better. It doesn't have as much water resistance. And then it'll also help my next step. I'm gonna slice a little slice, like right here's the middle of the leg. I'm gonna make a slice up through here and a slice right up through here, just like this right here, and just like that right there. I'm gonna do that down here, and then I'll show you the finished product. Oops, cut that a little too deep. Anyway, it's supposed to be like this. I cut this one a little bit too deep, it opens up, but it's supposed to be like this, where there's a slice, it'll open up a little bit and give it a little bit more action. Plus, it opens up, especially on pork, it'll let more of the scent out on the pork to help attract the fish. And also, pork, this will be fat and this will be white. And on the pork, and like if this was a green pumpkin, this is just a pumpkin seed. You can do the same thing on this pumpkin seed power bait, but it really shows up on the white good. On the pork, take some Spike It dye. You can use the chartreuse, the orange, the blue, red, black, just whatever color you want to add to that. You can either add right here on this front part where I just cut off a 45-degree angle, or you can add it in these slices right here, so when this opens up, it gives just a little bit more color and a little bit more drawing power to draw the fish in. If you want it seen all the time, then you color some right here on this 45-degree angle that I cut right there. That way it'll show a little bit of orange or red or purple, whatever color you're wanting to show, and give your jig a little bit more color and a little bit more color to your trailer, because your trailer is going to be hooked on. Your hook's going to be going right through here, right through there, and so if you color it right there, they're going to see that color, and they're going to come up there and they're going to try to hit that color a lot of times, and they're just going to grab that, and when they grab that, they're grabbing your hook, and you get lots of good hook sets when you put some color on this this part of the pork frog, or the chunk, whatever you've got. So if especially if they're not hitting very good and you need to get them hitting a little better, sometimes you can add just a little. I don't add a lot. It's just like when I color the tip of my plastic trailer, I only color about quarter inch or less, just the very ends of my plastics. I don't color up an inch. I think that's too much when you color up that much. I have better luck when I color just the ends. I've tried it before, coloring up a lot and then coloring just the tip, and I get a lot more bites by just coloring the tip. So you don't want to put a lot of color if you're going to put it on the 45-degree cut here. You don't want a lot of color. You just want to put just a little bit of color right there, just enough so it draws them. You can add more in the slices, because the slices is not always open unless you cut too freaking deep like I did. This is trash now. Anyway, you can open this slice up. Dadgummit, Butterfingers. Open this slice up right there. You can add color down here in this slice, down in that slice. When that slice opens up, they'll see a little bit of color, and that'll draw them in, and they'll hit it when they get drawn in, even if it's not flared open at the time. That's going to attract them and help draw them in. And if it flares a little bit, right, if they're looking at it and you move it just a little bit and it kind of flares that open a little bit, and they'll see a little bit of color, they're going to hit that chunk, and that your hook's going to be right there in that chunk. And even if you thread your chunk all the way on to where the hook's coming out down here toward the bottom, where the hook's coming out down here, you thread it on, they're still going to hit at that chunk, hit at that color, and they're going to get that hook. And you get a lot of good hookups like that. Bear with me just a second. The line's getting ready to move up. I'm in line getting the kids from school. My line's moving up a little bit here, so I'll get back and do my last cut here in just a second. While we're moving here, we're having a little warming trend here in northwest Arkansas. It's 60 right now. It's supposed to be in the mid to upper 60s over the weekend. It's about February. Today is January 28th, and this warming trend is going to warm up the rocks and the wood and cover and stuff like that. It's up closer to the surface of the water, wherever the light can penetrate. It's those rocks and stuff's gonna hold in some heat, and it's gonna warm the water up around them a little bit. So right now, and going into this weekend, would be an awesome time to be slow rolling the spinnerbait around chunk rock, throwing a shad wrap, DT6, Even a rock crawler, wigglewort, be a good time to throw those as well, because it's going to help move those fish up shallow. But anyway, my last two cuts, I'm just going to cut just a little bit down here on the very tip of this. Just a little bit. It's going to split that open, make it look kind of like pinchers. Yep, that did it. Anyway, now I've got just a little split here in my leg. It looks like, it makes it look like a pincher now of a crawdad on both of them. You can see it. It's more pronounced like in pork and stuff, but whenever this is moving through the water, they will open up. They will open up and give it just a little bit of action. They'll look more like a pincher. And doing these modifications to a plastic chunk or a piece of pork frog, I promise you it's going to help you get more bites. And just keep an eye on how much color you're putting on them, especially if it's going to be up here in the front or on the pincher end of it. Just put just a little bit. You can put more, like I said, you can put more in these slices. And doing these modifications is going to help you catch more fish. Anyway, that's all I have for today on this video. I hope you have a blessed week. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the water.